something moving on, but I know the difference between dying and becoming still. There's a version of surrender that's disguised as strength of will. I've sat inside the silence where the ache is almost sweet, where giving up would feel so close to finally finding sleep. But rest is not the same as peace. I learned that the hard way, and everything I thought was over taught me how to stay. There's something catching underneath the cold, a tiny pulse that won't do what it's told. It's the part of me that nobody could reach, right past the edge of everything I teach. Kindling heart, still throwing off a glow. Kindling heart, you never let me go. When the cold came in and the dark pressed down, you were the last thing left that wouldn't drown. Kindling heart, quiet but not through. There's a flame in me that learned it from you. Every time I almost let the embers die, kindling heart is why I'm still alive. There's a kind of love that doesn't show in daylight hours. It's the voice at 3 a.m. that reminds you of your powers. Not in grand or glowing terms, it's smaller, raw and true. Just a flicker saying you've been through worse than this. Push through. And I've walked through distances that didn't have a name yet, just to wait that wouldn't lift. But somehow every time I thought the light inside me died, there was something in the kindling that the cold could not deprive. I feel it now, it's rising in my chest, stronger than the fear and louder than the rest. Every friend who held a light when mine went dark, I carry all of them inside this beating heart. Kindling heart, still throwing off a glow. Kindling heart, you never let me go. When the cold came in and the dark pressed down, you were the last thing left that wouldn't drown. Kindling heart, quiet but not through. There's a flame in me that learned it from you. Every time I almost let the embers die, kindling heart is why I'm still To everyone who stayed when I was hard to love, to every hand that held on when I tried to push and shove, you were the heat before I learned to make my own. You were the reason I didn't go it all alone. I can feel it now, the way it multiplies. One heart kindling another underneath the skies. We are all just trying to stay lit, and none of us should have to do it on our own. Not one bit. Kindling heart, still fighting through the cold. Kindling heart, more heat than I was told. When the dark was everything and hope fell thin, you were the warmth that kept on burning deep within. Kindling heart, you broke the ice apart. I carry every light inside this kindling heart. Every time the world tried to make me hollow and small, kindling heart, I answered the call. Still warm, still here, still burning through the night. One kindling heart can bring another back to life. They wrote my story out before I had a chance to read it, handed me a version of myself and said you need it. Said this is what you are, this is what you'll become. Said look at where you started and accept where you come from. And I held that story in my hands and felt its weight, the gravity of being handed someone else's fate. But there was something on the final page they left blank, and that white space is the reason I have them to thank. Because blank means unwritten, blank means not yet done. Blank is where the fire starts before it's overcome. I feel it in the emptiness they left at the end, like they knew that they couldn't write past the bend. Where I chose a different direction, where I took the flame and I refuse to stay the same. I'm an unfinished fire, don't you dare put me out. I'm still in the middle of what I'm about. Every chapter they closed I ripped open again. I'm an unfinished fire. I don't know when this ends, if it ends, if I want it to end. I am the heat of every story that wouldn't bend. Unfinished fire, I'm still burning bright, and the last page of my story hasn't been written tonight. There's a version of me that accepted the frame, that lived inside the edges and answered to their name, that woke up every morning to a pre-decided life and called a dull ache in their chest the cost of getting by. I knew that version, felt that version pulling at my sleeve, felt the comfort of it, felt the lie of it, felt the relief of just surrendering to something someone else designed. But the fire in me couldn't fit inside that kind. Every page I burn away reveals another one. Every ending I refuse is another chapter begun. I am writing in the language of the choices that I make, and the story is still going. Too much fire at stake. I'm an unfinished fire, don't you dare put me out. I'm still in the middle of what I'm about. Every chapter they closed I ripped open again. I'm an unfinished fire. I don't know when this ends, if it ends, if I want it to end. I am the heat of every story that wouldn't bend. Unfinished fire, I'm still burning bright, and the last page of my story hasn't been written tonight. To the version of me that almost accepted the end, that stood at the final period ready to bend, I want you to know that the blank page ahead was not an absence, it was everything you said. Every choice you didn't make yet, every risk you hadn't taken, every morning still to waken. You are an unfinished fire, and unfinished means alive. Unfinished means you're still in the middle of the drive. The signals aren't connecting, I am failing every test. I know the shape of who I'm supposed to be by now, but every time I reach for it, the current won't allow. Static in the spaces where my confidence should live, shorting out on all the things I thought that I could give. But a broken circuit isn't dead, it's just interrupted, and the power's still there even when the past corrupted. I can feel it searching for a way back through. Every failure just a rerun, not a thing that's through. The electricity is there, I never lost the source. I just need to find a different course. I'm a broken circuit, but the power's still on. I'm a broken circuit, and I've been broken long. Every short and every static, every misfired line was just the system learning how to redesign. I'm a broken circuit, but broken things can change. Broken isn't beaten, it's a different range. The current in me never stopped, it just changed shape. I'm a broken circuit breaking out of what I made. They told me I was wired wrong from somewhere near the start, like the blueprint that they gave me didn't match the actual heart. And maybe they were right that I don't work the way they planned, but the plan was never mine, I'm building with my own hands. Because the ones who get rebuilt are the ones who had to break, the ones who went through every kind of circuit overload mistake and came back different, came back deeper, came back with a view that only someone who was broken ever gets to move into. Feel the current low but present, pressing through the dark. Every failure was a spark, every scar was a remark from the universe reminding me I'm still alive. Wire still a circuit, still a current, still on fire. I'm a broken circuit, but the power's still on. I'm a broken circuit, and I've been broken long. Every shot and every static, every misfired line was just the system learning how to redesign. I'm a broken circuit, but broken things can change. Broken isn't beaten, it's a different range. The current in me never stopped, it just changed shape. I'm a broken circuit breaking out of what I made. You see the sparks and think I'm going out. I see the sparks and know what I'm about. Every flicker is a signal I'm still here. Every malfunction is a message I can't hear. I am rerouting, I am reconfiguring, I am rebuilding from the core. I am everything I broke before. Restart. I'm a broken circuit, but the power remains. I'm a broken circuit, running different veins. Every time the signal dropped, they found a way around. Every silence was a frequency I turned into sound. I'm a broken circuit, the grid still glows. Broken isn't over, everybody knows. The current in me never died, it changed its name. I'm a broken circuit, I'll never be the same. And I'm better for the breaking. I'm better for the flame. Still powered, still wired, still current, still here. Broken circuit, light the brightest when the dark is They watched me hit the ground and thought that was the end of it. Just another body in the wreckage where the pressure split. But they forgot the one thing that the fallen always know. The second right before the end is when you choose to go or stay. And I chose stay through the ringing and the fog and the dissolving day. I chose to feel the gravel underneath my palms and push, just push past the edge of calm. Something in the settling became rising. I am what survives. Just rising. I'm the most alive. There's a dignity in getting up that no one talks about. Not the climbing back to glory, just the quieter way out of lying down and feeling like you might as well give in. And choosing one more heartbeat where the comeback can begin. It doesn't always look like triumph, sometimes it just looks like air getting in your lungs again when you weren't sure it'd be there. Sometimes rising isn't grand, it's just deciding not to stay down in the place where the versions of you that quit all lay. Feel it in the muscles where the ache is real. Everything you buried is beginning to reveal. Not a resurrection, just a refusal to be done. Dirt on my hands and I'm still facing the sun. Dust rising. Watch me lift back up. They thought the fall would be enough. Dust rising. Off my knees again. I've lost before, but I don't lose in the end. Every grain of dirt they watch me eat is fuel for what I'm building underneath. Dust rising. I am what survives. Dust rising. I'm the most alive. I wrote a letter to the version of me that stayed down, that lay there in the settling dust of a crumbling town. And I said, I understand, the weight was real. I know how hard it is to choose to feel, but something pulled me up, something under the skin, some stubborn little current that refused to dim. And every time you think about just staying where you fell, remember dust rising is the sound of breaking out of hell. Dust rising. Watch me lift back up. No amount of pressure is enough. Dust rising. Off my knees and then I'll fall and I'll rise and I'll fall and rise again. Every grain of dirt they watch me eat is a story written underneath my feet. Dust rising. I am what remains. Dust rising through the heat and through the pain. Watch me rise from the ground. Still rising from the wave. Still climbing from the dark. Still finding my way back up. People always wait for the explosion. They miss the quiet kind, the slow burn underneath the surface, measured and refined. There's a temperature between contained and lost control, where everything is focused to a single burning goal. I don't scream when I'm at my most dangerous. I go still, like the air before the pressure finds its own way to fulfill. Every breath becomes intentional, every movement clean and true. You should be afraid of me when I'm this quiet, and you knew. Something tightening in the jaw, something sharpening behind my eyes. Not a breakdown, not at all. This is where the fury clarifies. Quiet fury, don't mistake the silence for defeat. Quiet fury, I was never something you could beat. The kind of angry that doesn't control. Breath is another step toward the edge. I'll lose my mind, I lose my patience, and then I collect the debt. I've watched them underestimate the ones who don't perform their pain, who process every setback somewhere private in the rain, who come back smoother, sharper, faster than before they fell, who don't announce their comeback, they just ring the opening bell. And the crowd doesn't see it coming cause it didn't come with noise, just a quiet recalibration underneath the poise. I am made of everything they told me wasn't enough, and the fury that I carry is the proof I'm not a bluff. Watch the stillness, feel the current underneath, something moving past the boundaries of grief. This is not the calm before the break, this is the calm that knows exactly what is at stake. Quiet fury, don't mistake the silence for defeat. Quiet fury, I was never something you could beat. The kind of angry that doesn't shout is the kind that doesn't quit. Quiet fury, I've been sitting on it, now it moves, now it breathes, now it cuts. Quiet fury, breaking out of the ruts. Every control breath is another step toward the edge. I don't lose my mind, I lose my patience, and then I collect the debt. There's a room inside me where I keep the things unsaid. All the times I swallowed fire and just nodded instead. But that room has walls and walls of limits, and the limits here, and everything I kept inside is finally making it clear that silence wasn't weakness, that stillness wasn't fear, that every quiet moment was me sharpening the gear of everything I'm made of into something precise. I am the quiet fury, and I don't ask twice. Quiet fury, you never saw it coming, did you? Quiet fury, every doubt you had I lived through. The kind of force that doesn't telegraph its move is the kind of force that always finds its groove. Quiet fury, watch the stillness become speed. Quiet fury, I am everything you need to be, afraid of everything you couldn't break. I am the quiet fury at the edge of the lake, and I don't just ripple, I reshape. Still, certain, moving, free. Quiet fury was always me. Cool air cuts across my face like a warning I ignored. Every nerve is fully lit, I don't need anything more. The ground is gone beneath my feet, I'm somewhere between states, suspended in the moment right before the impact breaks. My vision narrows, tunnels shot, the world falls to one point. Every doubt I used to carry has been ripped apart and joined to something brighter, something harder, something I can't explain. I ran through the cold and I fell through the rain. Momentum's building underneath my skin, I can feel the edge, I can feel the wind. Everything I swallowed, everything I swore is turning into something I've never felt before. Silver charge, I'm moving past the fear. Silver light inside my grip is finally clear. I didn't come this far to stop and ask why. I'm cutting through the static and I'm taking the just wouldn't lift when the weight of every setback felt too heavy to shift. But I kept one hand forward even when I couldn't see, and the momentum of that choice is what finally freed me. A whisper turned to whine, the flicker turned to dry. Sometimes the only reason that you push is to survive, but survival has a way of teaching more than winning does. I know my worth in ways I never knew because of what I was. I can feel the rush replacing all the doubt, clarity like cold steel moving in and out. Every breath a little faster, heart a little high. I was born to push beyond the edge of the sky. Silver charge, I'm moving past the fear. Silver light inside my grip is finally clear. I didn't come this far to stop and ask why. I'm cutting through the static and I'm taking the sky. Silver charge, feel the current through my veins. I turn the pressure into power through the pain. Every single step that I took when I fell was leading me right here, out of my own hell. You wanna know what keeps me moving when the cold sets in? It's not the glory waiting at the end. It's the sound of something stirring deep within, the part that chose to start again. I don't need a witness, I don't need applause. I just need this motion, and I need this cause. The silver light around me isn't borrowed from the sky. It's mine, all mine, and it's the reason I don't die. Silver charge, I'm breaking through the fear. Every scar I carry gets me closer to here. I didn't come this far to quit mid-flight. I'm charging through the silver of the first morning light. Silver charge, feel the surge inside my veins. I take the weight of every loss and I reclaim. Every step I stumbled, every time I fell was fuel for the fire, taking me out of hell. Silver charge, I run. Silver charge, forward. Always forward. Always forward. Through the cold and through the white. Silver, always silver. Turning pressure into light. There's a sound that comes before the moment everything breaks, like the held breath of the universe right before it shakes. I've been standing in that silence longer than I'd like to say, watching every version of myself just fade away. But the wind around me carries something I refuse to lose. Not a promise from another, this was something that I chose. I wrote it on the inside of my chest where no one reads a vow between my future and the person that I need to be. And the world keeps spinning faster now. Every name I failed comes rushing now. But underneath the spiral, underneath the fall, something in me whispers, this isn't all. I made a vow when the wind tore through, when everything I built came unglued. I said I'd find a way, I said I'd rise, even when the air turned cold and the light died. Windswept, broken, raw to the bone, but I made a promise I can't leave alone. I'll honor every word I said in the dark. This vow is carved into my heart. Some people make their promises to crowds and open skies. I made mine in a corridor with tears behind my eyes. No one heard me swear to it, no hands to hold me there. Just the weight of what I wanted and the weight of what I bear. And that's the kind of promise that you can't just walk away from. It lives inside your muscle memory, your anger and your gratitude. It's the thing that gets you vertical when vertical feels wrong. It's the reason I'm still standing here, still fighting, still strong. One more pull, one more lift against the tide. One more face to face with everything inside. I've carried this my face, I remember why I chose to stay in this race. Not for glory, not for you, not for any finish line in view, for the version of myself who chose to stand when the ground gave out and I had nothing but my hands. I made a vow when the war fell through and I had nothing left and the sky turned bruised. I said I'd keep going, I meant every word, even when the sound of giving up was all I heard. Windswept, shattered, ground to the core, but I clawed my way back and I'm ready for more. Every breath I take is a promise I keep. This vow runs bone deep. This vow runs bone deep. Wind keeps moving, so do I. Promised I'd get back up, and I don't lie. The air around me catches something shifting in my chest. Every scar I carry tells me I refuse to rest. Orange light is bleeding through the white of what remains. I can feel the pressure turning into something I can't name. Static in my fingers, tension coiled in my spine. I've been standing at the edge of everything for the last time. They said I'd break before the heat. They counted every fall, but every scattered piece of me is still answering the call. I feel it rising, burning through the doubt. There's a voice inside my ribcage screaming to get out. One more breath, one more second, one more inch of ground. I swear to everything I love, I will not go down. I am the ember, striking through the dark. Scatter light that refuses to go out. You try to smother every single spark, but here I am, still burning, still loud. Don't count my losses, count the fire in my eyes. I've taken every hit and I'm still alive. Ember striking, ember rising, ember bright. I'll burn my way back into the lights. The silence after impact is the loudest thing I've known. That hollow ringing in my ears when I was on my own. I remember tasting the weight of giving up, but something in my bloodstream said that wasn't enough. Both against my knuckles, pressure in my jaw. I pull myself back from the edge of every flaw. You think the scattered sparks around me are a sign I'm done. Every floating fragment is the proof that I'm not gone, and I can hear it low beneath the noise. That familiar drum beat underneath the void, louder now. It's shaking something loose. There's a haze and the weight of it all, but I'm not done, not done, not done at all. These floating pieces, they're not wreckage, they're the proof that I survived. Every orange glow around me is the evidence I'm still alive.
I am the ember,
Striking through the dark,
don't scatter down.
can take away my spark.
Try to bury
What you couldn't break, but I rose louder with everything at stake.
Don't count my losses, count the fire in my eyes.
I've taken every hit and I'm still alive.
Ember striking, ember rising, ember
Bright, I'll burn my whole damn way back into the light.
I'll burn, I'll burn, I'll burn,
I'll burn back into the light. Still here, still standing, still burning through the white.
One spark, one heartbeat.
One more reason to fight. I've been here before, this exact shade of almost done. The point where every instinct says the battle's been won by everything against you, and you should accept the loss. But I've learned to read the feeling of the almost breaking cost. There's a second, just a second, right before you give the ground, where your whole life pulls together like it's making a sound, like a chord you recognize from somewhere in your bones, and it says, not yet. You don't finish alone. My pulse is getting louder in my ears. Every doubt is sharp, but so is everything I fear losing. The ledge is close, the air is thin, the end is near, but so is every reason I've been choosing to keep moving. This is my last breath, but I'm not breathing out. This is my last breath, and I'm still fighting through the doubt. You wanna see me fold, you wanna watch me break. The last breath is just the bottom of the lake, and from the bottom you can only go up. From the bottom you can fill an empty cup. This is my last breath, and it tastes like more. One more breath, and then one more, and then one more. I used to think that strength was never showing you alone, never letting anyone see the fraying at the edge show. But strength is making one more choice when choices have run out. Strength is knowing what you're made of when you're filled with doubt. And I am filled with doubt, I won't pretend I'm not afraid, but fear is just the evidence that something's worth the trade. And everything I built and lost and clawed to get back here is worth one more breath, even when breathing costs so dear. Second stretching vision, focus down to one. Every voice that ever doubted me has come, and every voice that ever loved me too. Both of them are why I'm pushing through. This is my last breath, but I'm not breathing out. This is my last breath, and I'm still fighting through the doubt. You wanna see me fold, you wanna watch me break, but last breath is just the bottom of the lake. From the bottom you can only go up. From the bottom you can fill an empty cup. This is my last breath, and it tastes like more. One more breath, and then one more, and then one more. drop of hope became the thirst for something more than just surviving the day. For actually living